So, good morning, guys. Today is the 13th of January 2025. Sorry, today is the 13th of January 2026. And again, it's a great year, great start of this month. And again, this 2026, we are still anticipating to see great moves, again, great opportunities happening. So far, so good. Things are running up as we expected, or as we had analyzed previously on the weekly technical analysis. And now, without further much ado, let's get down to the economic calendar and see which are those hours or sessions that we anticipate to see high volatility. And today, we being the 13th, that's on a Tuesday. As I gave earlier on the weekly technical analysis, I said I don't want to trade on Monday, but again, we got crazy moves yesterday happening. And still today, we are looking forward to see this add more fire to our trades. And again, see our levels or again our targets being touched. And so today being Tuesday the 13th, we did have very high impact news on the Australian dollar. I'm still looking forward to see the Australian dollar heavily bullish. We did have high impact news on the pound. Again, I'm still looking forward to see the pound bullish. And again, during the New York session, today is gonna be madness. We do have the CPI. You can see we have the CPI, the inflation rate. And with this, I'm watching to see the dollar heavily weaken. Looking forward to see the dollar heavily weaken and again continuing that bearish move. And that will be opening opportunities to see most of all these major pairs heavily bullish. So let's get down to the technical analysis. And again, on the technical analysis, you are looking forward to see the dollar heavily bearish, get rejected from this current area based on the weekly technical analysis that I gave earlier. Yeah, we did have this massive rejection that happened yesterday. And again, the market now is trying to fold itself below this current area. And now this is the previous daily Monday low. And I'm looking forward to see how the market will play around during the New York session. Looking forward to see it create new lower. Already we have created new lower highs here. Looking forward to see it break below probably the weekly support and again come to the monthly support. So we still have that chance, that great opportunity on the dollar. And again, if you have a different chart, you watch a different chart, you can see the market wherever it's rejecting lower high, lower low, lower high, new lower lows, lower high, looking forward to see new lower lows be created below this current area. And now this is the previous daily support. So in all these, we are anticipating to see new lows being created. So different chart, again, if you watch it, similar reaction. As I said earlier, we had this ascending channel that was happening here. And again, I'm still not quite confident to see, still not quite confident on what is happening here. But again, since already we had predicted or anticipated, speculated that we anticipate to see this market on this ascending channel, we are still looking forward to see this market heavily bearish, break below this current previous daily support, and again, melt down all the way below this current area. So you have a chance or an opportunity to see this market. All that it's trying to do here is trying to retest this major point of imbalance. And that's the area that I'll be keenly watching today during the New York session. Again, for this market, because the market just came back and bounced away from this current level. And all that we are looking at now is to see this market heavily bearish, create new lower lows. And again, from that current area, that's what I'm watching to see on the dollar index. So having that in mind, we are looking forward to see major pairs heavily bullish. That's the Australian dollar. That's my first pair of discussion. And yesterday, we were based on the weekly technical analysis. As I said earlier, we were watching to see this market come all the way, retest this current level. And now we are now trying to break the monthly resistance. Remember, for this trade, whatever we are watching is the structure: higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. New higher lows are being created just here, the same area, the same level, retesting this huge major point of imbalance. And then again, we are looking forward to see the pressure of buyers coming in. And again, we're still targeting to see these prices come all the way to the 0.68. So for these, as you can see, we had this massive rejection yesterday, and the market is trying to gain some momentum. Looking forward to see it create new higher highs above this previous weekly resistance. So next pair of discussion is New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD, remember we had discussed this and we were watching to see this pattern being formed. That's quite great. I had said earlier, this is the monthly support. I couldn't sell at the monthly support. It was wise for us to buy. And again, this is a descending channel. Whenever I see a descending channel, the next move is always heavily bullish. So what that is happening here is the market is now trying to gain some momentum, probably on the lower time frame, not the 4-hour time frame. All that could happen, or the crazy thing that would happen, is like to see this market slightly pull back and again gain some momentum and see this market continue heavily bullish. Because again, you're still looking forward to see it could break above the monthly resistance and again come to the 0.59. So that's closer to 150 pips. That madness, yeah. So all the way from here till here, that's close to another 80 pips. So that's all on New Zealand USD. Next pair of discussion is Euro AUD. Now for Euro AUD, as I said earlier, the market is quite kind of slow. It's sluggish here, and all that I'm waiting to see is if this market will give us some new lows, break below this current area, the previous break below this previous daily support, the Friday low. Friday low, break below the Friday low, come all the way, break below the weekly support, and again, break below this higher low, and come all the way melt down to the 1.7. But I'm keenly watching how the market is reacting here, as I don't really like whenever I see a descending channel. Could this give some pressure of seeing the market pump higher and again see it bearish later on? You never know, but let's watch how the market reacts here during the London session, because again, you're still looking forward to see the Australian dollar heavily bearish. Sorry, yeah, Australian dollar heavily bullish, and so that will give us a chance of seeing this market, the Euro AUD, which moves direct opposite of AUD USD. We'll be anticipating to see if this market could give us a chance of being heavily bearish. So let's be patient on the Euro AUD and see. So let me watch something here on time frame. So all that we have here, this is the Asian high, and all that we could get is to see this market probably the London session create some new lower highs, then again see this market heavily melt down all the way to this current area. That would be a good level. Taking it all the way from here, that's 100 pips. But the pip code for Euro AUD is very small. So depending on your risk, it's quite a volatile trade. And depending on your risk, you can just watch and understand what you need out of it. So next pair of discussion is Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand, as we had speculated yesterday, based on the weekly technical analysis, we are looking forward to see this market break below this weekly support and again the monthly support. So we still have a chance. You can see yesterday the market came all the way, retested the previous this current area, this previous week, and now all that we can see, we have created new lows, and now we anticipating to see new lows be created below this current area or this current level. And coming all the way down here to this current area, the price, a break below the price, the monthly support, or again the price of 2, I'll be looking forward to see it melt down all the way to this current area. So next pair of discussion is gold. Gold, we have it. We created new all-time highs, guys. We created new all-time highs, and we had this trade all the way from this current level. You can see yesterday how the market played out quite well. It didn't even stop. It just went crazy all the way, opening and created new highs, man. That's crazy. So all that I'm now looking at here, we have the higher low, higher high, and all that could happen here on this gold trade is the market trying to come and test this current area. So once it retraces this current area, I'll be looking forward to see it pump slower. I'll be looking to see it pump lower to this current area, this current flow. Then again, from that current level, I'll be watching it to see it if it can continue pushing higher, because we still have a chance of seeing this market touching even the 5,000. Who knows? Gold is insane. And if I watch it in this manner, you can see the extension levels are coming here. The price of 4,664 or 4,600. That's crazy. That's close to again 800 pips from the current level. So watch out, and you can continue swinging around with the trade. So next pair of discussion is Euro GBP. Euro GBP, I'm looking forward to see it heavily bearish. Yeah, we were watching to see this market come all the way to test this current area, but that hasn't happened. So already now it started off with a good heavy sell-off. As you can see, now this is the previous daily resistance, and now we have the previous daily support down here. And all that I'm watching to see in this trade, as I said earlier, we have a chance of seeing it break below this current area, coming all the way to this current level, and a break below that, then we'll be watching it come all the way down here, the 0.85. That's close to 150 pips from the current level. So on this, I'm still looking forward to see the continuation of that bearish move. And again, we have retested this current candlestick, and yeah, flow up with the trade, with the move. And that's great, because again, there's a few number of pips all the way down here. Next, but last but not least, we have GBPUSD. Now, this pair is the pair that was making me crazy, because again, I had heavy trades which I had bought all the way from this current area, and I can see, as we had predicted or speculated based on the weekly technical analysis, the market has now broken above this current it's rejected this current level, and now we have this massive heavy bullish move. We are looking forward to see this market break above this current area, create new higher highs, and come all the way to the price of 1.36. So that's close to 140 pips or 130 pips from the current level. So I'm just giving it some time to breathe, and again, probably during the CPI, we may get to see that slight pullback, and again to see the madness coming in all the way to continue and give us new high highs. So that's all for GBPUSD. And again, we have next pair of discussion is the US30. Now for the US30, I'm keenly watching this US30 because again, I had speculated to see this market come break above this current area. And now we have this chance of seeing this market slightly pull back, probably create some new higher low. And once it creates some good higher low, we could get the chance of seeing it continue heavily bullish. So already I'm on these trades. My entries were all the way from this current area. And since yesterday we created some new daily support, you can see that huge rejection. And all that I'm anticipating, I'm patiently waiting, is to see this market break above the weekly resistance and come create new high highs. Again, we are still watching to see this market if it will come to the 50,350. So we have a crazy, crazy chance. I'm not really liking this resistance that is happening here. But again, the new session will determine it, whereby we may break heavily above it and come create new higher highs. So guys, that's all. I'd like to stop it at that. Again, those are the few trades that I'm watching. I am only on US30 and I have GBPUSD, gold to hit my take profits. And those are some of the great, great pairs that I do have. So that's all. I'd like to stop it at that. In case you have any question, hit me up and I'll be ready to answer you. And it's adios from me. In case you just want to have a one-on-one session with me, be ready. Just hit me up and I'll be ready to help you out. So looking forward to win big, flip small, and again, focus on winning big. Adios. Bye-bye.